For you heard my
You said what, bro?
I said shit, I'm off for 2 weeks. So shit, you want whenever you want to get in, I'm down.
And you already know. You already know through the spirit, man. You know.
Come.
Like I said, Lord willing, we gonna do that other lesson, um Apparatizar probably like a Wednesday. Now y'all got probably a Tuesday or a Monday.
Come.
Kind. But yeah, we finna get the ball rolling right now, bro. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. We learn this truth from. And salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And today we the brothers from the GMS Birmingham camp. I'm the brother Raheem, and with me.
Brother Malachi.
And today, man, we're just basically getting on that we are the people. It's made evident, man. You know, but for lack of better word, we got to keep on pushing it, for especially for the motherfuckers in the back. We are the chosen people of Yasharala. And as you can see, Jake, they the best singers, the best cookers, you know, the best dancers over the whole planet Earth. For the lack of better words, the nation of Israel actually controls the trends. Bible shout out, you can start off there in the book of St. Matthew, the 5th chapter, on the salt of the earth.
Come.
You know, because for the lack of better words, Jake is the one that give the earth flavor. Jake, you know, for the lack of better words, the earth wouldn't even know what to do without the nation of Israel is in power, man. Even Moab is jocking off of Jake. Elam, Ishmael, even though they the most hated, everybody want to be like them. Why? Because they are the children of Yasharallah. Even the guy Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga, man. Everybody want to be a part of the children of Israel when it's really time to, you know, go through hell and take the whispers of the Most High. These other nations going to back out, man. But go ahead and get that what you got up.
Yeah, come. That's Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13. He said, yeah, it's like it. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Yes, it says ye are of the salt of the earth, and that's basically the nation of Israel. You know, that salt actually brings flavor unto the planet Earth. But without that salt, you know, then you lost. Even without the salt of you knowing that you are Israelite, because a lot of these people, they're chosen people, but they don't even know. That's the reason why they are being Israel in vain in the kingdom of heaven. Ultimately, they're going to get back on their right side. They're going to actually get back, you know, close to the power, being rejoined into our true power. But just going back, we are the salt of the earth. Jake is the standard of everything in this society, whether it be a football player, whether it be a boxer, or whether it be a fucking entertainer. You know, Jake is the one that sets the banner. You know, you got something up?
Hey, what's I got a precept in mind I'm looking for. It says believe it go along the lines of the glory of the Most High is shown in Israel.
Come on, hold on real quick. I know exactly what you're talking about. And this beautiful, man. Let me type it up.
Oh, yeah.
In this spirit, because that's why even what it says in the book of St. John, glorify thy name, you know. A part of the Lord glorifying his name is glorifying his people, you know, delivering his people and ultimately destroying 2/3 of our people and destroying these different nations. But again, the glory of the Lord is actually being shown in the midst of Israel, you know. I'm looking for it.
Hey, even if I may, even did this wisdom being on display. You know, it's a form of the glory of the Lord pretty much being seen because we was once a downtrodden people. You know, they looked at us as nothing more but niggas and spicks and savages. But now it's gonna turn around to these people actually having to come for us for counsel, man. You know, we actually gonna teach nations how to rule and actually how to operate in the planet Earth. Because being under the so-called white man and his leadership, niggas they fucking morally, they morally decline, man. Moab eating squids, Amalek drinking blood, and Ham taking baths with cow piss. But we're actually going to bring civilized mannerism back to the planet Earth, man. And that's going to be a form of the glory of the Lord being shown.
Yeah, the spirit. I can't find it right now. But I know through the spirit, like you just mentioned, about the glory of the Lord being shown. You go to the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, actually bringing in order upon the planet Earth, and that actually going to show you that we are the true rulers of Yasharahta, because the Lord is actually going to be working with us, instead of working with these other nations or these other heathens. Baba Kashah, give me Isaiah 60 and start at verse 1.
That's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 1. He said, arise. It's like, arise, shine, for thy light is come.
Yes, arise, shine, for thy light is come. Continue on.
And the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
And how is the glory of the Lord is risen upon the nation of Israel? Yes, through the entertainment, through the, dancing and stuff like that, you being the salt of the earth, but their glory is actually being shown through this truth, man. Through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got it, bro.
He said, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Yes, darkness is covering the earth, and gross darkness is covering the people. A part of that gross darkness, because one of those words for darkness is being misinformed. A part of that gross darkness that's covering the whole planet Earth is these guys, the Ashkenazis, you can't even say certain words, but these fake gutter rats said that they're the children of Israel or the children of Yasharahta. That's a part of darkness being shown. Then they say, yeah, you anti-Shemitic. But I am a part of the nation of Shem. I am a part of the my forefather is Shem. Even you go back to Moab forefather is Shem, man. Ishmael. But Esau don't want to push that thing forth, showing you that Esau is just using deceit and lies to hold on to this kingdom. Continuing on, bro.
It says, but the Lord, Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yes, and the part of the Lord glory is being seen upon us is us having this truth. Because we was once, in a lower state, we was fucked up, disgruntled, got our ass beat. But in the midst of all these people, Yahweh shall have brought us back. Matter of fact, I'll get that in the book of Revelations, the 11th chapter, showing you that the glory of the Lord is being shown by us returning unto him, man. Having this knowledge, having this truth, and to acknowledging your afflictions, man. Knowing when you go off, knowing when you slip up, and knowing what to do to get back upon that road of redemption. Because we all upon that road of redemption right now, man. And that's Esau's biggest fear, because he knows once the prophets come out, start pushing forth different laws, the kings and princes and the kings and priests start teaching once again, Esau know that his kingdom is wrapping up. He knew as soon as the nation of Israel started turning to the east, he knew that it was going to be a certain time when his kingdom was going to be taken down. That's why this truth is Esau's biggest fear, because this truth is a form of the glory of the power of the Lord on display, man. Because through the simple things as words, we're bringing his kingdom down, man. Go ahead, get that in the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter.
You want me to the two olive trees?
No, start at verse 8.
All right. Yeah, this Revelation 11 and verse 8. He said, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Yes, and those dead bodies is the actually representation of the nation of Israel. We was all once dead. Why we became into that dead state? Because one thing, my teachers when I went to school with, and even my uncle and stuff like that. You gotta always ask why. You know, why we got in this situation, why we fell away, why we was in a dead state. Ultimately, because we sinned against the Lord. Bible Kashah, I hold that and give me Baruch, the 4th chapter, and start at the 6th verse, and we're gonna jump back.
Yeah, yep, this Baruch 4 and 6. He said, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction."
Yes, we were sold into the nations, not for our destruction. Continuing on.
But because ye moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies.
Just because we went out, we fell away, we broke the contract of the covenant we had with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why we went into that lower state. That's why we went into that dead state, man. You know? Instead of you worshiping Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, niggas is making up other gods, man. Osiris and some crazy things like that. Allah, you know, even JC. Continuing on though,
He says, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High.
Yes, because ultimately we fell away from our power. We was under that gross darkness until the glory of the Lord was risen upon us, man. You know? You got something up?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, go ahead and go back into that Revelations, the 11th chapter, Baba Kusha.
There's Revelations 11 and verse 8 again. He's saying their dead bodies should lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
And yes, over here in Sodom and Egypt, this is the place where our Lord was exed out, man. That's why it's a miracle that we turn back into our power, man. You're going to Lazarus and the rich man, and for like a bad verse, it's a miracle for that dead body to be animated once again. You know, the Lord have brought us out of that grave. You're going to Ezekiel the 37th chapter, you know, starting off with Elder Albert Bivens on down to the apostles, elders today. Hey, that was a major move. Those bones started rattling. Jake started shaking things up. Things started getting stirred up upon the planet Earth. And ultimately, that stirring up wasn't in vain. That stirring up was ultimately the beginning of building the kingdom of heaven once again, bro. You know, being back reconciled into our power. You know, but in order for us to be reconciled, or in order for us to be turned back, you listen to that song, Amazing Grace, in order to be found, you must be lost. And Lord doing all these things to show you his power, you know? Continuing on, though.
Says, he say, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they
because ultimately they didn't give don't give the saints no rest for the lack of better words, man. They don't want Jake to know who they are. You know, they don't want Jake to know what's really going on upon the planet Earth. They want you to be wrapped up with video games and NBA Youngboy and new sexy reds and crazy shit like that. They want you to be wrapped up in this world instead of being wrapped up with your true power. You got it, bro.
It says, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered in. Salaki.
Just take your time.
Let me see. So I'm verse 10. So I skipped over. Yeah, verse 10. He's saying they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall send gifts one to another. Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelled on the earth.
Yeah, because those gifts was actually us, man. All these different heathens, they rejoiced once Israel fell from that estate of the Lord, man. You know, even you tells that in the book of I think this Zechariah or Zephaniah, it says 1:15, these heathens actually for the affliction. You know, because Esau, he'll whoop your ass, and Esau was sending the heathens on you to make it worse. For lack of better words, that's why a beauty supply, all these beauty supply stores is ran by Moabites. All these gas stations is ran by Ishmael. Everybody is getting off from the poverty of Jake, man. Mm-hmm. You know, and certain, you know, the gas station that you sell, you know, that you live down the street from is not the same gas station that the Amalekites live down the street from, man. No, we live down the street from a motherfucking Piggly Wiggly. They live down the street from a Trader Joe's. Which one have the better food quality, man? All these things is how Esau continue to beat our damn backs. And why they beating our backs? Because we torment these devils, man. Ultimately, they knew once we woke up, and then once we got this truth, got this understanding, they knew that Ezekiel on the 35th chapter was going to be in full effect to prophesy against Mount Seir and say unto this mountain, what Yahushua says, say unto this mountain, remove hence. Your time is running up, Esau. The clock is already ticking down, and for the lack of better words, the nation of Israel is the next ones up, man. That's why they're doing any and everything to try to make the curses stay upon us. You know, you got it though, bro. Continue, but it's all the will of the Lord, bro. The will of the Lord is bringing these curses off us and actually putting the curses on you. They say, evil eye against our brother. You know, that was on Jacob at one point in time. You know, but the Lord put that spirit off us and put it on Esau. Now it's the Russia versus the Americans, the Republicans versus the Democrats. That's a part of the curses getting put on these devils now, man. You got it, bro.
Verse 12. He saying they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them.
Hey, Salaki, started verse 11.
Oh, Salaki, my bad.
Yeah, it's all right. Take your time, bro. Take your time.
Verse 11. He said, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
Yes, after 3 days and a half, 350 years, we was going through slavery, getting our ass whipped into wet. You got it? The spirit of life.
The spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yes, because they knew, for lack of better words, it was a miracle from these people to get brought up out of this dead estate, man. Knowing who you are. At one point, we thought ourselves was Africans and Americans. Your diet was horrible. You was eating pork. You had a little more morale. You was committing adultery, stealing, you know what I'm saying? Probably selling double, whatever you was doing, man. Until what? Yahweh Shema Shah brought us up out of that wicked estate, man. Baba Kushah, you got something?
Nah.
Give me Daniel 9 and verse 12. Showing you that it's a miracle. None of these different nations, Elam, awkward ass, he can't go through what Jake go through, man. Even Esau. Every time Esau he get a bump in the road, the first thing this nigga do, he off himself. And guess what he call it? Taking the easy way out. The first thing Esau do once he go into trials and tribulation, he kill himself. Even Moab. Samurai, I disgrace this nigga, stab himself in the stomach, man. So none of these other nations can't handle what the nation of Israel handle, man. And that shows you that that's a miracle, man.
If I may,
you got it, bro.
I know Japan do too. They actually got a high suicide rate, you know, and it's actually a thing in Japan where niggas like when they get older, they pretty much they tie a string. You can even look it up. They tie a string, like I guess to the ground or whatever, and then like they walk out in the woods, and they'll kill themselves. But the screen is there for if they want to change their mind, they know they way back to where they came from. So it's actually a thing where like them niggas they'll get overwhelmed and they just kill themselves.
Hey, I think this called the suicide forest or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you know that way that boy Logan Paul, Jake Paul got in trouble for it because he wouldn't know that in Moabite land and it was motherfuckers hanging from the trees, you know, the fruit trees, for lack of better words. Jake was forced to get hung. They going through here and they was forced to get hung. Hey, these Moabites, they voluntarily doing it. Showing you that they can't handle the deals and the ways of life that Yahweh Shema Shai is bringing upon the nation of Israel. Nobody can handle it except the nation of Israel, man. You know, go ahead and get Daniel 9 and start at verse 11. Baba Kushan.
Yep, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11. He said, yeah, all Israel have transgressed our law.
Hold on, right there. It says, yeah, all Israel. Do you know even the elect? Nobody is innocent. Nobody say, yeah, no. Everybody went off and transgressed against our power. That's why we catch hell to this day. It's well deserved. You know, you got it up.
Yeah, all Israel have transgressed our law, even by departing. They that might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him.
Yes, because ultimately, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. We're gonna jump back, showing you that we broke the contract we had with our power, and it actually led unto us being in the Lord's state. It led unto us being worse, man. You know, you basically cheated on your husband, and he kicked you out the house and cut you off from all resources. Because even when you look under the regime of Solomon, the regime of David, you know, even when you look at the time of Adam, man, you know, Jake everything was abundant and in resources, man. Until what? Jake started going on. Look into the times of Noah. Everything was an abundant in resources. Everything was all fine and dandy until niggas got carried away. You know, and the Lord had to come down and humble these niggas, and then got back then. It's always been a revolving door of the rebellion of Israel, but this is the last time. You got it out, bro. You had something?
Yeah, you got it out.
You got it, bro.
This Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. He said, but it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right there, and it just shows you that the Lord, he's basically giving you a warning. You know, as brothers can see, the title of this is Consequences of Disobedience. But we call it what? The curses, man. This is the reason why the curses is on us, because we was disobedient to our power. That's why the scriptures say obedience is better than sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Baba Kushai, jump down. We're gonna read just a little bit of these curses, then we're gonna jump back. And if you find something you like, you can pull it out. But Baba Kushai, start at verse 28.
Yep, this Deuteronomy 28 and verse 28. He say, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
So one of the severe curses that the Lord put on us was being stupid, for the lack of better words, because it says smite with the madness and blindness and the astonishment of heart. Basically, not having this truth, being blind unto what's going on. Basically, what the Lord said, giving any plague with the plague of the heart. Hey, the nation of Israel, especially 2/3 of our people, hey, they have the plague of the heart. They don't know what's going on, man. Continuing on, though.
It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Yes, because ultimately, you're not going to be able to get a footing, even when Jay do make it. Look at guys like Bill Cosby. Look at MC Hammer, Red Fox, R. Kelly. Guys who seem to make it in this society, Esau still give you a friendly reminder that what, you still a nigga. That's really the Lord give you a reminder. You still under curses, because you're not going to prosper here. Yes, son Jake, get up there. Like that nigga Jay-Z. The reason why Jay-Z a nigga, I know who he is. You know, the ones you don't see, that's the ones who really got the bread. But for the lack of better words, niggas like Jay-Z, Tyler Perry, LeBron James, they still answering to somebody, man. They're not even prospering because they on a regiment. You can't eat what you want. You can't go here. You can't talk to certain people. You can't even say certain words. Why? Because you're under the agenda of Esau, man. No matter what you do, no matter how much money you got, under the kingdom of Esau, you will not prosper, man. You might think you prospering in the flesh, but ultimately you still gonna be destroyed, like that nigga Lil Wayne. He got millions and millions of billions of dollars, however much money that nigga got. He actually came out and said he was depressed. You got it, bro. Continuing on.
It says, you shall not, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Yes, and no man shall save thee, showing you that you have to trust on Yahweh Shah, man. Instead of trusting on the oppressor, trusting on Esau, trusting on the person that hates you, you got to trust on Yahweh Shah to deliver you from that situation. Because once you go down to the 28th verse, it says, what? No man shall deliver thee. But it tells you in Isaiah the 47th chapter, what? I shall not meet thee as a man. Continuing on, though, I get verse 30. And it's going to show you that what? Jake is the ones that fit the curses. Nobody fit the curses except Jake. Those only the shoes that the nation of Israel can fit. That's a size 12 shoe. These Amalekites, they size 6. So your feet is not big enough to fit the shoes of the nation of Israel, man. You got it up.
He said, this Deuteronomy 28 verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Right there, adultery. You don't hear Moabite songs talking about committing adultery, even on the Land tribe. You know, I love the Northern tribe, you know what I'm saying? But even once you listen to a lot of the Issacharite music, if you translate it to English, it be talking about adultery. You got a man or you got a woman, nothing to sneak in the house and we're going to go away. A lot of Northern tribe songs be like that. Jake, what's that motherfucker name? Joe, all the things your man won't do. Showing you that, hey, who else that fit? You got it.
He said, thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
I know, brothers. I built. I know me myself. And I know brothers who work in the construction business. Hey, brothers, touch with $1 million homes. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Issachar.
You see what I'm saying?
You know,
you're touching $1 million homes, 10, 12 bedrooms, 5 baths, you know. But at the same time, you got to have to get off work and drive 45 minutes away to the hood. You got it up.
Oh man. He said, thou shalt build a house and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Yes, because ultimately you can I see it's a movie called Night John. I suggest brothers to check that out. But you know, you can invest in certain things and you know you can try to put your money here and money there, but for lack of better words, it's not going to make because it's not meant for you to prosper in this place, man. You know, ultimately you're gonna have to work to eat. That's why it says in that book of Haggai, you fill your money with a bags full of holes. You can't get on your feet in this society, man. You're gonna plant a vineyard, you think everything gonna be straight. I'm gonna get the grapes and all, man. You ain't gonna be able to gather them. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna have to go somewhere else, man. Esau gonna take them. Continuing on though, verse 31.
Verse 31. It says, the ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof.
These fucking pilgrims did that shit a lot, man. You know, especially with the buffalo herd, because when you go into a lot of the buffalo herd, hey, it was shepherds that was actually leading the way. It was people that actually own a number of those cows, man. You know, that skull that was so high because you know, for lack of better words, back in the day, you know, that buffalo and all them buffalo, it was like free reign. They ain't had to put them in no gates. They just let them live on the land, and they actually kept the land Sabbath too. They'll be at a certain spot of the land. And they'll get up and they'll move into a better spot. And they'll travel through 70 years. The land that you was at before is going to be more fruitful. The grass is going to be more greener. You know, because it was already embedded in them to, you know, be righteous. But Esau had to come along and knock shit off. Now, you know, it's a fucking desert. You know?
Oh, man. Is it?
You got to continue on.
He say, yep, thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee.
Yeah, they're gonna take your shit and they ain't gonna give it back. Continue on.
Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies.
And that happened a lot, bro. It was a guy in Mississippi. He had like a plot of land, and the company kept on trying to buy him out, kept on trying to buy him out, kept on trying to buy him out until this fucking devil, Jake was saying no, they was throwing a lot of money on him. Jake was saying no, until Jake got sued out of his land, and he didn't get no money or nothing behind it, just because this devil was fucking greedy. And I think he built like a plank or something on that plot, man. You gotta do it. Continue on.
He said, and thou shalt have none to rescue them.
All right, continue on in verse 32.
He said, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Yep.
Thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hands.
Now, who else that happening to? Go back into the times of slavery, man. With Kissy got took away from Kento Kunta Kinte, man. That was a vivid thing that the nation of Israel had to go through, but none of these other nations can go through that. And we just read 3-4 verses. It's a lot more, and Esau couldn't even get through the first one. So imagine when all the curses come upon him, these devils are gonna fucking bug out, man. But go ahead and continue on in verse. Matter of fact, get Amos 3. Oh, come on, you got it.
Yeah, I got one for you too. Pretty much another major one. Going along with that astonishment and that blindness. Deuteronomy 28:54.
Con.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, and that in itself, that pretty much kills Jake building together, coming together under one agreement. Now you got niggas with different POVs, and even with that, it brings hatred. Now you can't talk about a Black Wall Street amongst niggas, man. Just they trying to set up all these programs to try to build back the community, but it can't, because that curse of an evil eye being over our nation, a nigga would never be able to come together. That's why it's ring. Can two walk together unless they be agreed? But that remnant, it was only meant for the remnant to come, back together under that one agreement. And now, but that's it. In that, that remnant is what's going to bring back the nation as a whole. You see, because of the agreements, being under the agreement of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's not by stats or brothers got the same light. We like the same team, but it's ultimately all through the spirit, and through that, the city gonna be inhabited once again.
Hey, give me Baba Gashai, give me Amos 3 in verse 1. Because the reason why these things happen, why? Because we sin against our power, man. That's a beautiful point that you made. Evil eye against his brother. You can't build with stuff like that. It's actually having your nation on self-destruct mode. Instead of we overexerting ourselves, you destroying yourself, man. You gotta give me that Amos 3 and start at verse 1.
Yep, it's Amos 3:1. He said, hear the word that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
yep, come on.
You only have I known of
you
all
only have I known. What's it like right there? It says, you only have I known, man. Because these other nations can't fit the size 12 of Israel. You got it, bro. My fault.
No, it's like, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquities, for all your iniquities.
Yeah, it says, showing you I will punish you. He's not punishing the whole everybody. Showing you that everybody's not God's children. If everybody's God's children, why everybody's not being punished? Esau definitely not being punished. Moab not being punished. The only people that's truly being punished upon the planet Earth is the nation of Israel. Baba Kosha'at, go to that Daniel 9 and jump to verse 12.
Yep. Yep. This Daniel 9 and verse 12. He's saying he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
A great evil, and that great evil was all those curses that that's put upon us, man. And we just read with 5-6 curses, and through those 5-6 things, these different nations will last a day like that, man. Continuing on though, bro.
He said, for under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Yeah, showing you that even us going through hell and going through these different things, trials and tribulations, for lack of better words, it shows, it's even though it's a necessary evil. It's like a love-hate thing. That you hate you going through it, but you love you going through it because that's an indicator that you part of Yasharala. You got continue on in verse 13.
He says, and as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us, yet may we not our prayer before the Lord Yahweh Bashma our power, that we may turn from our iniquities and understand our truth.
And that's where we at right now, man. We understanding our iniquity. We understand we went off that. We understand why we got in this position. And he says, wait, and understand thy truth. Because and that's even comfort too. That's how the Lord comfort us too, by giving us this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Baba Kushah, give me you said what?
I got something for you real quick.
Come on.
Yeah, this Psalms 119 and verse 71.
Oh, that's it.
It said, it is good for me that I have been afflicted.
Right there. It is good for me that I have been afflicted. It's good for you to go through hell, man. Even with Sirach, the 2nd chapter, brothers know, I know brothers know that off the back of their hand, man. You go to Sirach, the 2nd chapter, yes, you go through hell. It might be joyful in their present time, but the reward outweighs it. You gotta read that again.
He says, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I may learn thy statutes.
That I might learn thy statutes, because this is how you really get to know the Lord. Once we're going through hell, man. We know the Lord ain't nothing to fuck with. That's what the nation of Israel is learning, that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is nothing to fuck with, man. But it's also going to make us more appreciative, man. I know the elder high priest Yaquab has said we learn righteousness and wickedness so we can appreciate righteousness so much, man, so much more. That's the reason why the Lord made us go off, so we can love him even more, man. You got it, bro.
That's pretty much it on that.
Hey, Baba Kashah, give me Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 63 and start at verse 17.
Yep, Isaiah 63 and 17. O Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? And harden our hearts from thy fear.
Right there, and harden our hearts from thy fear, because it was a point when we didn't know what was going on, man. Jake was just shucking and jiving their way throughout the planet Earth. And that's why the Lord, he always left for remnant to return. Always left that remembrance, man. You got to do it.
He said, return for thy servant's sake. The tribes of thy inheritance. So
a part of the Lord returning is putting the Holy Spirit upon the tribes, man. You remember that you was the bloodline of this great king. You remember who your father was, man. Now how you tripping? I'm tripping like, man, you forgot who you was. You thought you was an African American. You thought you was a Asiatic black man. And to what the Lord have given us this truth, and now you're an Israelite. Now you back on their road to redemption. Continuing on, though, what?
It says the people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversities have trodden down thy sanctuary.
It says our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary, man. And basically, they have did that by what? Pushing forth these different false philosophies, man. Yeah, it happened physically too. You going to the archetypes and all that bullshit that this devil have did, you know? But it's even happening even to this day, how this devil pushed forth false philosophies and things that's contrary to our power. Continuing on, though.
He said, we are thine.
We are thine. So we the people. You got it?
Thou never bears rule over them.
So you don't even know them. You don't even fuck with them people over there. Continuing on.
They were not called by thy name.
And what does that mean? They are not called by thy name. They are not Yasharala, man. We Yasharala translate into with princes of the power, man. You go into the Shemai prayer, Shemai, Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah, it's like your Shemai,
Yasharala,
Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh, Ahud, man. You know? Hear, O Israel, our power is one. That's our power. Yahweh is our power, man. Allah now. Our Allah now is not JC. Our Allah now didn't die for the whole planet Earth, man. Our power died for us and only is dealing with us, man. So why would you want to break off your inheritance? Why would you want to break up your royalty and your rulership just to give it to these other motherfuckers who don't even care shit about you, man? You know?
I got something for y'all.
Go ahead and get it to me, huh?
This Jude 1:5.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this.
Yes, I will put you in remembrance, therefore you once knew this, man. Showing you what that is in the book of Sirach, as birds return to their flock, so shall truth return to those that practice in her. Showing you that remnant that was always left over, that remnant was always going to be there to do the will of the Lord, man. You know? That unbreakable relationship, man. You know, because 2/3 of our people have been broken away. You got a lot.
Yep. He said, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterwards destroyed them that believe not.
And that's beautiful, because ultimately the Lord, he show you the miracles, he show you that he's dealing. But if you don't believe, you condemned already. If you don't believe that Yahweh Shemai already got the ball rolling, if you don't believe that you are part of Yasharala, and if you don't believe that the MOTB is a physical device, hey, ultimately you're gonna perish, man. You know, either return or die. Lord, there'll be another one, man. Return or die, man. Yahweh, he's not speaking no more, especially when the time of the famine of the world comes. The famine of the world is coming, man. Whether you get your video knocked down, that's a part of the famine of the word, or whether these devils just do a whole clean slate with the internet, because Chat GPT, they just made their own new browser, man. And you know that browser is going to be Edomite friendly, man. We're not Edomite friendly. That's the reason why our pages, you know what I'm saying, get cut off with things like that, man. But that's really the spirit of the Lord making things manifest, man. Because we don't even want you niggas to hear about the truth. Because even though we tell you niggas that you are the people, we pipe onto you niggas, but you niggas not dancing. So we got a warning to you niggas. You niggas still don't lament, you know? So yeah, if you ain't got nothing, end off on Hosea 6, start at verse 1.
This the book of Hosea, chapter 6 and verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord. For he hath torn, he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up.
And that's where we at right now, man. The Lord, he have beaten us up. He broken us down as a nation. Separated the northern tribe and the southern tribe, like the brother just mentioned, evil eye against your brother, into what? Yahweh Shemai brought everything back in order, man. And that's a beautiful thing that Yahweh Shemai did upon the planet Earth. And that's why these people are afraid. We was once shucking and jiving. We came from slave boats and all that. Jake's pissing and shitting on themselves into being fucking a beast over here in America. Gave crack cocaine and different type of media, Sexy Red. You surviving Sexy Red. That's a part of the Lord building you back up. We was men, we was broken down. We didn't know what the fuck was going on until the Lord brought us this truth. And that just shows you that we are the people, man. The hell that we go through, and even through the midst of the hell, we still praising the Lord. That's why brothers should watch that movie on Night John. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a beautiful story. One of my favorite scenes in the movie. Dude had a piece of a scripture, man, and he brought that thing in. Jake kind of knew what was going on, but Jake didn't know. You could picture yourself how it was back then, where Jake was reading. So Jake had a piece of a Bible, man, and brought that thing in there. And he said, "Hey," he called the man's name, and he said, "Yeah, what's up, John?" He said, "Teach these brethren how to read." And the brother started reading the scriptures, man, and that shit was heavy as hell. You know, because even you reading, that's why on Revelation, the first chapter and the third verse is so powerful. Blessed is he that readeth. Because once we start reading, because you go into that word reading, it actually goes back into understanding. Once we start understanding what the scriptures was really going into, once we start understanding what Deuteronomy 28 and the 68th chapter really mean, we start to understand that we are the people. And ultimately, we have an inheritance for us, you know, at the end of the road of this kingdom, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, you got some?
Yeah, come.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, this 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "But ye are a chosen generation."
Right there, ye are a chosen generation. Everybody can't be chosen, man. You know, especially these fucking heathens. That's out the number. Niggas want to save Moabites. Niggas want to save Ishmael and eat. You want to be on a throne with Moab, who eat everything that he see, man. You got it, bro.
Come, a royal priesthood.
A royal priesthood, showing you that we come from royalty, man. You know, and even in that priesthood, showing you once we get into that seat of rulership, of that seat of being kings, we're gonna be pushing forth the laws on your ass, man. We ain't gonna be making legislations every day, trying to switch shit up. No, man, we're gonna have the laws in stone, for the lack of better words, man. Our laws ain't gonna change like Esau's do. You got it.
Come. He said, "and holy nation."
A holy nation. Holy goes back into separate. Continue on.
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people. Jake being the salt of the earth. Again, even Jake can make wickedness cool. Look at Sexy Red. Mm-hmm. You know? You got it?
Come, he said that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
And showing you going back, that's the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah being shown. Us having this truth. We once we couldn't read, man. And brothers, you know, some brothers got dyslexia and shit today, and it still be coming out, man. That's a miracle of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah being made manifest unto this day, man. And again, Lord, when I'm gonna send it in the chat that it's a sin in Night John, man. He said he had the scriptures, man. And Jake was fucked up, but you could tell that was a parlay road to redemption, man. You just reading the scriptures and understanding where it's going unto, man. But he had the Bible, he had the piece of the scripture, came to the man and said, "Yeah, teach these brethren how to read, man." So us reading and understanding the scriptures is us turning back and getting right with our power, which ultimately is going to lead into an everlasting rulership of the nation of Israel, you know? So yeah, with that, Akim, we pray this video was edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakodash, Shalom, DTA, in the Bob. Soon, tonight.
Shalak Rayam.